Just another differentiation or calculus problem here in 2015. Question 5. Now actually the first thing here is just simply solve the equation. Now when you're solving the equation, we're trying to find the values of x or x. In order to do that, we have to square root one side. How do we get rid of the square root? Square both sides. So there we have x squared is equal to x plus 6. When you square root, the square root sign disappears. Like if I was to square root 5 or 9 squared, I get the square root of 81, which is 9. Square root disappears. Here it's starting to look like a wee trinomial, a little quadratic. You're asked to solve, so let it equal to 0. X equal to minus 2 and x equal to 3. They're the roots of your quadratic function. Next thing, differentiate with respect to x. So differentiate. At the minute, I don't like the way this is buried under a square root. And the square root is the same as writing something to the power of a half. So we've just rephrased it. Now in order to differentiate, it's not a product rule because you're separated here by a plus or a minus sign. So the derivative of x is 1 minus about 30 square brackets. Here you're going to use the chain rule. So diff outside the bracket, multiply down by the power, just the power by 1, times the derivative of inside the function, which is 1. Now try and tidy that up a little bit for yourself, it'll make the next bit easier. 1 minus 1 over, now in order to get rid of that negative power, you bring it down, it becomes a positive power. And you'll see that in your rules for indices in your formula book. And your 1's just simply, and doesn't change anything. And another way you can phrase that is 1 minus 1 over to the power of half, same as the square root, 2 root x plus 6. And then the final bit here, find the coordinates of the turning point. As I said before, you see turning point, maximum point, minimum point, you're thinking dy dx is equal to 0. Now it's point as well, so we're going to have to find our y values. We've already worked out dy dx up in the previous bit. So 1 minus 1 over 2 root x plus 6 is equal to 0. If you like, you can bring that over here. So 1 is equal to, I just like keeping it positive. Now we simply have an equation. We must solve for x. So multiply each by what it doesn't have, or cross multiply, as you might have been told. So 1 multiplied by 1 times 1. Now here you find the coordinates of the turning point. At the minute now, we have to try and get out x. What I would do first of all is maybe get rid of this 2. So root x plus 6 is equal to 1 over 2. Now I've got my square root. Same as up in the first bit. How do you get rid of the square root? Square both sides. So if x plus 6, a half times a half, put in your calculator if you're unsure, is a quarter. It's going to go up here now. And when you have your x, bring across the minus 6 quarter. Minus 6, x is equal to minus 5 and 3 quarters, minus 5.75. We have our x value, we have to get our y value. To get your y value, solve it into your y function. Y is equal to minus 5.75 minus 5.75 plus 6. I love that. All in your calculator. You get minus 25 over 4. So your coordinate is your xy minus 5.75 minus 25 over 4.